that verse. We also read from Surah Al-Zumar, Surah Al-Zumar towards the end. It paints a very vivid picture of what paradise will be like, what the day of judgment will be like. It's like a parade. The people will have a victory parade on the day of judgment. The believers will have a victory parade going into paradise. You can hear the kids, mashallah, as we're finishing up, yelling and screaming outside. Who's the loudest outside? Who's the one making all the noise? Mashallah, mashallah. It's okay. It's okay to make noise when you're playing. Um, do you guys get excited when you win? You see all these fancy sports teams, when they win, they have a victory parade and everyone's cheering them on. On the day of judgment, there's وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ تَقَوْا رَبَّهُمْ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ زُمَرًا. That the people of taqwa on the day of judgment, they're going to be driven like a parade in crowds towards paradise. So it's going to be, it's not just like, oh, I'm in Jannah now. It'll be like a victory parade. And everyone will be celebrating. وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ Siqa is from like, is to be driven into paradise. So like, you'll have the angels from behind cheering you on as you're going on, cheering you forward to go into paradise. So it's one of the more vivid verses that talk about what that day of judgment will be like. And prior to that, it also talks about what the hellfire will be like for the people who will be going to the hellfire. For them, it's not going to be a parade. It'll be like a funeral procession. So it's also a lot of people. It's also a crowd. But then just like you have a crowd at a funeral, a lot of people, you know, and they stop traffic and all these people going behind a dead body, and there's a lot of sorrow and sadness. That's what it's going to be like. وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِلَى what is it? إِلَى جَهَنَّمَ زُمَرًا. That the people will be driven into hellfire, also in crowds. But that one's حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءُوهَا فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا. Until when they come to the gates, فُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا. It doesn't say وَفُتِحَتْ. There's a difference in the Hufaz, no. They have to remember where the waw is and where the waw isn't. Futihat abwabuha. I've mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf also sometimes the words are altered in order to convey a meaning. The reason the commentators mention that here there's no waw, there's no extra word, is because it's as if they just want to get it over with. Futihat abwabuha. They're just trying to get over, just put them into the hellfire. It's done. Whereas when it talks about the believers, وَسِيقَ الَّذِينَ حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءُوهَا وَفُتِحَتْ أَبْوَابُهَا. And believers, when they come to it, and its doors are open. They add that extra and. The and is because of the anticipation. So there's more words as if it's prolonging it because they're anticipating the entry of the believers into that. Whereas with the disbelievers, they just want to get it over with, so the words were shorter. So the believers, they will be driven towards paradise. The paradise itself and the gates of paradise itself will be anticipating their entry, and they will be excited to have them come in. And then when the believers go in, وَتَرَى الْمَلَائِكَةَ حَافِينَ مِنْ حَوْلِ الْعَرْشِ يُسَبِّحُونَ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّهِمْ. That you'll see the angels surrounding the arsh of Allah. Now, as the believers are entering into paradise, you're going to see a magnificent view. The arsh of Allah, it's described in the books as being jismun nuraniyun azimun, a massive body of light. The throne of Allah is the most massive of Allah's creation. It encompasses the entire heavens and the earth. And it's been described as being this massive body of light, which is the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you're going to see the angels, which are also made of what? Light. It's going to be like a light show. You guys like light shows? Fireworks shows? Laser shows and fireworks? Everything are the bright lights. You're going to see the arsh of Allah, and you're going to see the angels. Allah make us from them, inshallah. You'll see the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shining with its light, and the angels surrounding the throne also shining with light. وَقُضِيَ بَيْنَهُمْ بِالْحَقِّ وَقِيلَ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. And they will be given their right on that day. And it's not even the right of the believers, but they will be given the fairness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it will be said, all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's going to be like a victory parade. All of this, you all know, things don't come without effort, things don't come without work. There needs to be some level of sacrifice and some level of work for that. And this is what makes it all worthwhile. So in this month of fasting, in this month of prayer, in this month of charity, in this month of good deeds, in the month of the Quran, where we commit ourselves to the Quran and we read the Quran as much as we can, and we tire ourselves out opening the books, reading it, and listening to it. We have to remember that this is what the purpose of our existence is, and this is what the purpose of our life is. And if we do what we're supposed to in this world, then inshallah, we'll have the ultimate victory parade in the hereafter. May Allah Ta'ala make us from among them, inshallah. Salatul Witr, inshallah.